Hi everyone and welcome to today's session. This session is going to be a cardio circuit session, and the idea of this session is to challenge the cardiovascular system. So challenge the heart and lungs, try to get the heart rate up a little bit. So we're going to use body weight exercises and timed intervals to do that. There's a total of 6 exercises in this circuit. And when we come to doing the circuit, we're going to be doing 30 seconds of activity on an exercise with a 30-second rest after each exercise. We're going to attempt to do 2 to 3 sets or 2 to 3 circuits of each. And it's up to you to decide how many you're able to do. So we do want to challenge ourselves doing this circuit, but if you feel like it's a little bit too much, you can cut it short. Maybe do 2 sets and next time build up to 3. So I'm going to take you through the 6 exercises here, and this will allow for a little bit of a warm-up. The circuit isn't too intense through movement, so we don't need a huge amount of a warm-up here. We'll warm up as we go through the circuits. So the first exercise we're going to do is a plank exercise. So I'm just going to have Henry demonstrate here. You're going to come down onto the ground, resting on your elbows and lifting onto your toes. Nice strong neck position, so your eyes are looking out slightly. Strong core, flat back, straight line from shoulders to heels. Okay, Henry, you can drop down onto the knees. I'm not going to have you hold that for too long because you'll be doing it during the circuit. Next exercise is going to be an alternating lunge exercise. So forward lunge, you're looking for a nice 90-degree angle from both knees. So you're going to step forward with one leg, bend through both knees, step back, and repeat that on the opposite side. Hands are on the hips, nice strong core, eyes looking straight ahead. So always looking for that nice 90-degree angle and tall torso. Perfect. Okay, that's your alternating lunge. After that, we're going to move on to a mountain climber exercise. So Henry, I'll get you to place your hands on the mat and feet back here behind you. Hands below your shoulders, nice strong core with this one. You're going to alternate a knee movement, knee tucking into your chest, weight on the balls of your feet, and switching through that knee movement. Knees coming straight into the chest. And relax. Good. Okay, so you can repeat this movement fast. You can slow it down a little bit. Just gauge it based on your fitness levels. If you need to slow it down a little bit, you can. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is the body weight squat. So Henry, again, I'll get you to demonstrate that. Arms out in front, feet shoulder width apart, toes turned out, dropping back as if you're sitting down onto a seat, weight on the heels, driving through the heels to return. If you do want to challenge this a little bit more, you can take the hands behind the head. Arms open, chest open, elbows back. Nice and upright torso as you're doing that. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is high knees. So a little bit more of a heart raiser here for this one and for the final exercise. So high knee movement, you want to make sure you're trying to get the knee up above the hips, toes turned up. So pull the toes up towards you as you're doing this, and you're going to get an alternating arm action. So nice and quick through this movement. So knees up, strong core, fast movement, and you can slow it down or speed it up based on your fitness levels, and relax. Perfect. Okay, and the final exercise is going to be a burpee exercise. I'm just going to get Henry here to demonstrate 3 reps on this, but you will be continuing it for 30 seconds. Yeah, and you can use the mat for this. Placing the hands down, kicking back, up, and jumping up. Good. Yeah, and let's add in that arm reach overhead if you can. Perfect. Okay, so nice strong core as you're performing that. Okay, so we're going to get started on the circuit. As I said, we're going to try do 2 to 3 circuits. Just stick with us as best you can on this, and we will get that 30-second break after each 30-second exercise. So first exercise we're going to start with is the plank exercise. So the plank exercise, you can catch your breath on this one. So it will be that first exercise. We will gradually build up to a faster pace, but this first one, a static exercise, you're focusing here on core engagement. Okay, so we're going to do 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off, so you will get that rest. And we're starting in 3, 2, and 1. So lifting up. So just a reminder on this, your core is engaged, so brace your core. Nice neutral spine. Watch your head position. Don't let your head hang. Your knees are straight. And there's a straight line from your shoulders down to your heels. So Henry, I'm just going to get you to lift the hips a little bit. Good. So you don't want the hips sinking down. Strong core, hips level, hips not sinking down, not piking up. 3, 2, and 1. That's 30 seconds, and we're going to take a 30-second breather. If you do want to take a sip of water between the sets here, you can do that. But just letting yourself relax and catching your breath. Next exercise is going to be your alternating lunge. So you're going to keep the hands on the hips for this one. I will show you a progression if you do want to challenge that a little bit more. So alternating lunge, 90-degree angle from both legs. We're starting that in 3, 2, and 1. Plant that foot, push off the heel to return. Strong core. And if you feel like you can challenge this a little bit more, you can add in an arm action. So alternating arm action, elbow bent at 90 degrees, and still keeping that 90-degree angle from both feet. Driving through the heels on the return. Finishing in 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, let's take it down onto the ground for the mountain climber next. But again, just taking that 30-second breather. For that mountain climber, remember it's a high knee movement. So knee up, toe up, but you're in that push-up position. As you're doing this, your knee stays close to the ground. If you feel like your knee is coming up away from the ground, your hips are lifting up a little bit too high. So keep your hips down low. If you feel like your knee is going to hit the ground, your hips are too low. In position, and off we go. Nice strong core with this one as well. So keeping that core braced throughout the movement. Your knee barely has enough room to come in and out. So hips down low so that your knees just have enough room to come in and out. You can see a little bit of movement here from Henry's shoulders as well. So not locking the shoulders in place. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, coming to the standing position. Catch your breath. We've got 30 seconds before we move to the body weight squat. Again, it's up to you on this one, whether you have those hands in front or hands behind the head. If you feel like you're not getting that depth and your torso's coming forward with the hands behind the head, just take the hands out in front again. Emphasis on catching your breath here on the 30-second break. Okay, squat position. We're ready to go in 3, 2, and 1. So challenge yourself with a bit of pace here, but reminding yourself of those key coaching points. Sitting back, weight back on the heels, torso tall, chest open. If you've got this arm position, shoulders back, elbows back, and then on the way up, you're driving through the heels. 10 seconds to go. Keep that torso upright. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. You can feel that heart rate going up now. We're progressing on to quicker movements here. We're taking it on to the high knee exercise next. So emphasis here, knee up, toe up, knee up above the hip, and an alternating arm action. So you're trying to get in as many reps as possible here in the 30 seconds, but with good technique. 10 seconds before we start that. The pace here is dependent on your fitness level. Slow it down if you need to, speed it up if you can. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So nice and quick off the ball of your foot, lifting the knee up above the hip. If you find that you can't get the knee up above your hip, slow it down a little bit and focus on getting that knee nice and high. Good, nice strong arms. Don't let the arm movement fade. Keep that arm movement strong like the legs. Almost there, 5 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're finishing off with the burpee, and then we're going to take a nice break. Okay, so with that burpee exercise, just a reminder on that. Place your hands down onto the floor, bent knees, kick back, kick in, up, and jump. Reach the arms up overhead on the jump, and soft knees on the landing. Okay, still a little bit more time here. Catch your breath before this one. This is quite a challenging one. Heart rate is going to shoot up here. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Kick back, in, and jump. Good. Nice strong core here. You do want to challenge yourself to fit in high repetitions here. But if you feel like you're losing control of the movement, slow it down. The most important thing is to get that movement right. Reach. Good. Nice long reach up and overhead on that jump. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Good. Okay, so that's one circuit complete. Take your time here. Get a drink of water. We're going to take between a 1 and 2 minute rest in between the circuits. Do try join us in the second circuit if you're feeling okay. So the 1 to 2 minute rest here, it's up to you. If you're feeling okay after 1 minute, you can go on to the second circuit. If you feel like you're not quite ready, take a little bit of time, and hopefully then you'll be ready to join us on that second circuit. So focusing here on inhale in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, keep moving around, don't stand still. You want to let that heart rate come down naturally. So we're getting that heart rate up, we're resting, we're allowing it to come down. We're getting it up, we're allowing it to come down. After the full circuit, we'll rest for a little bit longer just to recover. Okay, so we've taken a minute here. If you want to join us now, do. If you feel like you need a little bit more time, just take a little bit more time and then join in when you're ready. Just take up to that 2 minute break and see how you're feeling. Okay, so we're back to the first exercise. Again, it's 30 on, 30 off. We're back to the plank. 3, 2, and lift. Hold. Nice strong position. Neck strong, back strong, strong legs. Straight line from shoulders down to your heels. Tension through the core. So always reminding yourself on all exercises, brace the core. Core is the powerhouse. We want to draw strength through the core and relay it through the rest of the body. So tension through the core. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. 30-second break. Catch your breath. Again, you can take that water on these 30-second breaks if you want to, but just sip at that water. Don't take a huge amount in. Next exercise is going to be your alternating lunge. So I'm going to get Henry here to perform this front on, just so you can see those angles from the front. Henry's going to use that arm action. If you can't use that arm action or it's confusing you a little bit with the lower body movement, just take the hands onto the hips. 3, 2, and 1. So your eyes are up. Nice strong landing. Planting the foot down and pressing off that heel as you return. Slow it down or speed it up, whatever you want to do, as long as you've got control on that movement. So you want to keep your torso strong on this, so you're not rotating the torso as you're doing this movement. So as your arms rotate, make sure, or arms move, sorry, make sure that your torso doesn't rotate. 2, and 1. Good. Okay, 30 seconds before our mountain climber movement. Remember, high knees, weight on the ball of your foot, and you're driving that knee up high. Okay, so Henry, I'll get you to demonstrate this from the side. Okay, so let's come this side, just so they can see your movement from the side. Good. Okay, you can stay on your knees for now. We've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so hips low on this. You'll see a nice strong position here through the torso. So the back isn't rounding out. The hips aren't dropping down, so the back isn't arching either. So you can see the knees are close to the ground as they're coming in and out, and a nice high knee movement up to the chest. As fast or as slow as you need to make it, just make sure the quality of movement is good. And we're finishing in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we're on to the body weight squat next. Body weight squat, arm position, it's up to you. Now, if you have chosen to take the arms behind the head, but you feel like you're getting a little bit tired on that, you can always bring the arms back out in front. You don't have to stick with one arm position. Okay, so body weight squat, let's do it front on this time. Feet shoulder width apart, toes out a little bit, and off we go. Sitting back into the movement, driving the weight through the heels on the return. Chest open, shoulders back, Nice tall upright posture. So whether you have the arms in front or the arms back, you're still keeping that chest open and shoulders back. 10 seconds to go on this. Trying to get as much depth as you can, but only with control. So only go to that depth where you've got control. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, shake out those legs. We're working on that high knee movement next. So big heart raiser on this one. You might find you slow down with this. You might find the knees don't want to lift so high. Main aim here is trying to get those knees up. So if you have to slow down, slow it down and push off the ball of your foot each time. Nice strong arm action on this. And again, not letting the torso rotate. Torso stays strong. 3, 2, and 1. Off we go. Good. Drive off the ball of your foot. Knees nice and high. Strong arm action. Good. Watch that torso. Don't let it rotate. Lock it in place. Arms and legs only moving. Good. So Henry's got a nice strong pace here. But if you have to do this a little bit slower, you can. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, we're on to the burpee to finish up circuit number 2. Henry, I'm going to get you to perform this here. We'll keep the mat here. That's perfect. Just so you can see that movement here from the side. Catch your breath. Now the heart rate's really up. You're getting tired. Use that breath to help you recover. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Try to slow it down as much as you can. Burpee. Strong placement of the hands down. Strong jump. 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Kick back, kick in, and jump. Strong core here. Again, slow it down if you need to. Good. Halfway there. 15 seconds to go. Slow it down if you have to. Quality movement here. Good. Don't let your hips drop on that downward part of the movement. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Good. Okay, tiredness really starting to set in now. Take your time. Inhale in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Take your drink of water. Let that heart rate come down. So don't stand still. Move around a little bit. Okay, 2 sets down. Hopefully a lot of you were able to join us on those 2 sets. If you can, let's try for that 3rd set. If you feel like you've had enough now, finish it there and try join in the 3rd set next time you repeat this session. Deep inhales, in through the nose, out through the mouth, just trying to slow that heart rate down, slow that breathing right down. Okay, so big focus on this final set is maintaining that quality of movement, which becomes very, very difficult when your heart rate is up, when your cardiovascular system is challenged. So big focus on just getting that movement right. So you may have to slow down this movement. I will challenge you to move as fast as you can, but the bigger challenge here is maintaining that quality of movement. Okay, so taking the last few breaths in here before we go back to that circuit. We've taken just over a minute's rest now. If you need to take a little bit longer, take a little bit longer and then join us when you're ready. Okay, final circuit. Starting off with that plank exercise. Yeah, we can do it here front on. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 6 exercises to finish. Okay, we're going to start this in 10 seconds. Deep breath in before we begin. Exhale out, and 3, 2, and lift. Strong core. Strong neck. Strong back position. And strong legs. Good. If you find yourself starting to sink in this movement, try push yourself away from the ground. Push your elbows into the ground. Don't let your upper body sink. Don't let your hips drop. Strong core, strong posture throughout this. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. You've got 30 seconds to catch your breath. That's your plank done. Next exercise is going to be your alternating lunge. So again, Henry, let's face this direction, just so we can see that 90-degree angle. Make sure you're getting that. So most important thing here is getting those 90-degree angles from the legs. 10 seconds. Catch your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping forward, plant the foot strong. Good. Drive off that heel. So again, Henry's got that strong arm movement here. If that's confusing things a little bit for you, hands onto the hips and just perform that leg movement. You can have a slight forward lean here at the torso on this as you're performing the movement. Definitely not leaning back. You don't want to hyperextend through that back. And time. Perfect. Okay, we're taking that 30 seconds. Again, inhale in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. That's your alternating lunge finish. Let's move on to our mountain climber next. 15 seconds. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay. Watch your upper body here with the mountain climber. You might start to get a little bit tired here through the upper body. You might start to sink. Push the ground away from you, like I said, on the plank. 3, 2, and 1. Strong hips. Drive that knee to the chest. Good. Working quickly, but maintaining control. If you feel like you're losing control on the movement, slow it down a little bit. Watch that back rounding out. Good. So if you feel like your back is starting to round out a little bit, keep the hips down a little bit lower. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rest. Catch your breath. Move around a little bit. Try not to stand still. Next exercise is going to be your body weight squat. Okay, so just a reminder on that. Feet shoulder width apart, toes turned out, trying to get as much depth as you can. Use that arm movement in front if you want to. If you want to challenge it a little bit more, arms behind the head. Nice tall upright posture. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. As much depth as you can, but with control. Again, quality movement here. Chest open, elbows back, deep and upright torso. 10 seconds to go. Again, slow it down, speed it up, whatever you can do with control. 5 seconds. Drive through the heels on the return. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. High knees. Take your 30 seconds before those high knees. Last 2 exercises and we're finished. Catch your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Big heart raisers here on the last one. Control the movement as best you can. Remember, knee up, toe up. Get that knee up above the hips. Slow it down if you have to. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees up. Good. Try get those toes up as well. Perfect. Driving off the ball of your foot. Strong arms. Remember, try not to let your torso rotate on this. Lock it in place. Arm and leg movement only. Halfway there. 15 seconds to go. Knees up. Keep those knees high for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Well done. Catch your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last 30 seconds. It's your burpee. Final exercise. Don't let yourself fade on this one. Keep yourself strong. Strong arm placement on that downward movement. Strong leg drive on that upward movement. Arms up and overhead. 10 seconds. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last 30 seconds. Last, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Strong arms, strong legs, up and drive. Drive those arms up high. Keep it strong for this last exercise and don't cut that back leg movement short. Long legs on the way back. 15 seconds, halfway there. Last 10 seconds, keep it strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Walk around, don't stand still. Catch your breath, let your heart rate come down slowly. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's our 3 sets on the circuit. Well done for joining us, and we'll see you in the next session. We're now going to take it onto a cool down stretch just to finish off the workout. Okay, so for the cool down stretch, you're going to hold each stretch for about 30 to 45 seconds. And you're going to flow through a routine here from standing position down onto the floor and then back up onto the feet. Okay, so Henry, we're going to just start off with a stretch for the posterior chain, so along the calves, hamstrings, glutes, into your back, and we're going to stretch through the chest as well. So I'm going to get you to take your hands behind your back, interlock your fingers, and then you're going to pull your arms back to stretch through your chest. From that position, feet pointing forward, just about shoulder width apart, you're going to hinge forward at the hips and try bring your arms up as high as you can to the ceiling, so you're pulling your hands up to the ceiling and trying to keep your legs nice and straight on this. Good, so we're going to hold here for 30 seconds on each stretch, really pulling those arms up. And really exaggerate that pull of the chest, and as you hold this movement, try exaggerate that pull, pulling back through the shoulders, pulling the hands towards the ceiling. Good, so just holding for another 5 seconds, really exaggerating that stretch and just using a nice slow controlled breathing pattern here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, keeping that position, Henry, bring your hands down onto the mat. Good, you're going to walk forward, you're going to drop onto one knee, and you're going to bring the opposite foot forward, and we're going to take a hip flexor stretch here. Good, so you're going to lean forward, and what you're looking for here is a nice stretch on the front of the hip. If you're not feeling that stretch, you can just walk your front foot forward a little bit more. If you're too far back, you're not going to get that stretch. So your knee here in front doesn't want to come over the toes. You're going to walk it forward and hold that stretch. Again, holding each stretch for about 30 seconds. If you can hold it for a little bit longer, you can go up to 45 seconds. Okay, let's keep that position, and we're going to take it now to the hamstring on the opposite side. So you're going to sit back, you're going to allow the toes come up towards you, and you're going to reach forward towards the foot. Okay, so as you're performing this stretch, you want to reach your hands towards the foot, but don't force the stretch and don't force any of these stretches. So just stretching to the point of tension and never pain on these movements. So you're just reaching towards that foot. If you can't reach the foot or the ankle, don't worry about it. Don't force the movement. So again, holding for about 30 seconds here, just helping these muscles to stretch out and kickstart that recovery. Good. Okay, Henry, you're going to switch legs. Opposite leg forward. You're going to push forward for that hip flexor stretch. If you're not feeling that, again, walk that front foot forward a little bit more. And just gently sitting forward. And let your torso come forward with you. You don't want to pull back on this movement. So just keep that spine neutral and hinge forward. Just trying to find that stretch on the front of that back leg. Again, using your breath, deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth, remembering that that breath can help mobilize the joints and muscles. And sitting back for your hamstring stretch on this side. Again, reaching towards the foot, but not forcing the movement. If you can't reach the foot or ankle, just reach down along the leg as far as you can. If you find that the muscle is releasing out and you can reach a little bit further, take it that little bit further. And on each exhale, imagine that muscle relaxing. And relax. Perfect. Okay, let's face this direction for the next one, Henry. We're going to take it now to the inner thigh. Take your hands down in front. You're going to bring your left leg out to the side. Toes pointing forward. And you're going to press back, and you should feel this stretch along the inside of the left leg. If you're struggling to find that stretch, you're just going to walk the supporting knee out a little bit wider and gently press back into it. You can rotate through the torso and sink down into it if you want to find a little bit of a deeper stretch. Feeling that, Henry? Again, about 30 to 45 seconds. And you can switch legs. Good, okay, straight leg on the stretching leg. Sit back into it, try find that stretch along the inside of the leg. Again, if you're struggling to find that stretch, you can walk the supporting knee out a little bit more, or you can rotate your torso towards the supporting knee. Again, using your breath, relax the muscles on the exhale. Good. Okay, Henry, I'll get you to bring your hands to the front of the mat again. From here, you're going to lift onto your toes. Nice straight leg position. Walk back to a standing position. Trying to keep the legs as straight as possible. And we're just going to finish off. You can stay facing that direction, Henry. We're going to finish off with a quad stretch. So you're going to keep your supporting leg nice and soft on this. I want you to reach back, grab a hold of your foot behind, and pull your heel towards your back side. Now, as you're doing this, the supporting knee staying soft to stabilize. And pulling your heel nice and close to the back side. If your knee is out here in front, you're not going to feel that stretch. So pull it back in line with the opposite leg or back beyond it if you can. Also trying not to let that knee flare out to the side. So keep it centered, keep it pulled back, and hold that stretch on the quad. Again, 30 to 45 seconds, and switch it over. Soft supporting leg. Keep that balance. If you are struggling to balance here, you can just hold on to something and get that stretch. So again, knee centered, pull it back. Try not to let it come out in front. Try not to let it come out to the side. Pull it back, stay centered, and feel that stretch on the front here on the quad. Again, using your breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And relax. Good. Okay, and that's it for our session today. Thank you very much for joining us, and looking forward to seeing you in the next session.